strong commercial awareness and business acumen. It's absolutely essential. When you're stepping up to the FD role, it's not just about being on top of all the numbers. You need to be able to demonstrate that you've got good commercial awareness and that you have an appreciation of the wider context in which you're working, the wider business context in which you're working.
I think they really need to demonstrate the ability to build strong relationships across the business and be a really good communicator. You'll have become an FC by demonstrating your technical and systems prowess. So people expect you to be able to generate and know your numbers. But I think the key thing is then communicating what they mean across a wide variety of stakeholders. And that's what takes you up to the next level.
One of the biggest things as a financial controller you can do when you're getting ready to step into a finance director is broaden your horizons. Make sure that you're not just being a financial controller in your business. How else can you support the business? Where are you adding value? How else can you get involved in other teams? As an FD, you're expected to be able to go across the breadth of a business. So keep adding to your experience, keep making your CV strong. And every time you do some project work, look at it and how are you adding value?
As a financial controller, the main responsibility is looking at what's happening within the finance team. As a finance director, you're looking beyond the finance team and you're looking at what's happening across the wider business. So it's internal and external. So if you want to move from a financial controller role to a finance director's role, you need to have a wider view of the business. So understanding the business strategies, understanding how the finance team can help guide those strategies and provide information, and also build relationships with people internally and externally.
They've got to be able to interpret the numbers to explain how they reflect commercially what's happening in the business. But by the same token, they've got to be able to sit in a commercial conversation and be able to interpret how that's going to impact the financial performance of the business. And they've kind of got to be able to do those just interchanging and straight off the top of their head.
Being a finance director, you have more responsibilities in the business. It's not only finance, it's mostly managing the business in terms of making sure that every single part of a business is functioning well. And you will be technically the number 2 in the business, and for me, that's really important. But I think one of the biggest factors as well is to be a finance director, you need to be versatile. You need to understand other areas in the business. You need to be able to be good with numbers, but at the same time, good with people and good with other areas of a business.
I think they need to show as financial controller good delegation and really good controls, but then they need to start looking more strategic. So looking at the bigger picture and making decisions that aren't just in relation to finance, but are going to help the whole organisation in the future and sort of demonstrate that. Working with others outside the finance team to really sort of sell themselves and push themselves up to that finance director position.
Probably the hardest thing is that leadership aspect of the role. I think I've seen a lot of financial controllers are really technically capable, but it isn't just about the numbers and it isn't just about meeting deadlines. That next step up is thinking strategically about not just how your team operate, but how you fit into the business. And when you, so it's very much having very strong business partnering skills.